Welcome back for another book talk video. It's Throwback Thursday time, and I want to talk about one of my all-time favorite works of literature. It is The Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. I love this story. Some people call it a short story, some people call it a novella. I've seen it published in both of those forms, and depending on the font and the layout, the size varies for the page count, of course. But I think it's a really accessible story for anyone to be able to read. I know a lot of high schools teach it somewhere between usually 10th and 12th grade, if they teach it at all. But it's fantastic literature. And I do want to mention there was a film that came out called District 9 that I feel like really took the concept of the story and ran with it in a science fiction setting. In the film, they actually had aliens who were bug people who were down on the earth, and you got to see how people treated them, which was not well. They were very much treated like vermin and put in a special sector, and the way that the military and the government interacted with them was really horrible. Though it's been a while since I've seen the film, but it seemed as if it was possible somehow for a human to end up turning into one of these bug things, and that was really creepy as a film. So I do recommend watching that film. In fact, as I'm talking, I want to go back and rewatch it because it's been years since I've seen it, but I remember thinking that the themes that they were dealing with clearly were the same kind of concept as The Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. In the short story, at the beginning, poor Gregor, a human being, wakes up one day and he is a human-sized bug, like a big cockroach. He's just changed, transformed, transmogrified, metamorphosized somehow overnight, and there's nothing he can do about it. He's just a big bug thing now, and his family's still human, and you see how they treat him horribly. You see how society treats him horribly. Kafka's so brilliant, weaving in these philosophical, psychological ideas of how some people are looked down upon as a form of vermin, how that they bug people, annoy them, or that sort of thing. So I recommend reading the story for yourself, and maybe after you read the story, check out the science fiction film that in no way is the same story and doesn't follow the same plot, but I feel spiritually, thematically captures that concept. Because how would you treat someone who was a giant bug? How would you interact with that person? Would you realize how much that you are dehumanizing that person? Or would you only realize that too late, when the damage has been done, really? It's fascinating. But from the psychological aspect of it, is it possible that you might wake up one day and you might feel like you are a bother to your family, your loved ones, the people around you, that you're just no good anymore, you're a waste of space, that sort of thing? You get to the heart of that, and I think you understand the ideas from the short story or novella, The Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. But that's just my interpretation. You might read the story and have a completely different interpretation, and you might think that me mentioning a science fiction film called District 9 is very weird, and there's just a connection of bugs, and maybe you want to tell me that it's silly for me to make this connection. I don't know. Feel free to interact down in the comments down below. If you have or have not read The Metamorphosis, I would love to know that. And hopefully if you haven't read it, I've inspired you to give it a chance, because it's something you could read, I would guess, within an hour or two. It's been a while since I read it, but you can probably find a version that's about 40 to 60 pages and get it read and be done with it. But it might just change your life as you think about how people treat you or how you treat other people, how we should interact as human beings, even sometimes with our family members, our loved ones we may not realize we're treating with the respect that we should, but also in that serious, global, humanitarian, multicultural sense that I think the film District 9 is delving into. Because if you look at that film and you consider that they're not bug aliens, but rather it's just a different race or culture or group of humans, then I think it might hit you really hard with how that they are treated, the bug people are treated in the film, and how that causes them to act and react. Alright, I've gone on and on. That's it for today's book talk. Every day is a good day for a book talk. Peace.